Hey you guys, today I want to show you how to use UV resin to create inlays like this with your laser. Really easy to do, and I think it really makes the boxes or projects you're doing a lot more interesting when it has an inlay. So I have this one over here. I think you guys saw a photo of this box before. This is what it looks like on the inside, and that is the resin inlay. There's a closer look at it. And then I just finished another one today. It's still wet. Here is another one. And this one, it's a walnut box with a maple top, and it has a resin inlay. It's blue, it's very dark blue. And this is how cool it looks. Really easy to make, and I'll show you everything you need, how to do it. And the best thing about this is that it doesn't take 3 days like normal epoxy where it takes 3 days to cure. This one cures just in a few minutes. Now, before we get into the tutorial on how to do it, I have some amazing news from xtool that I cannot wait to share with you. xtool started a new safety campaign. It starts today, January 18, and it will go on until February 16. Now, they call this the safety campaign, but what they are doing is really a trade-in campaign. They believe that the future of laser lays into the fully enclosed laser, the class 1 certified lasers. And because of that, now they have a trade-in program where you can trade in any of your open frame lasers for a fully enclosed laser from xtool. And that when you trade in, it doesn't just have to be an xtool laser. It could be any brand, and you can trade it in for up to $500 reward that it will go towards your new purchase. Now, the good news is you don't actually have to send in your laser. This is just a formality, really. You go online and you fill in the form, and you have to upload, I think, a proof of purchase that you purchased an open frame laser in the past, and then that will qualify you to get the reward. And I think that's a fantastic idea. The open frame lasers, they're really not that safe, it turns on. And even though you see over there, I have the longer 40-watt laser. I just filmed a review on it yesterday. I still have to edit it, and I'll be posting that. That will be my very last ever open frame laser review. I am not going to review open frame lasers anymore. I do not believe they are safe. And I will be reviewing some fully enclosed lasers, but no more open frame lasers for me. That will be the last one you will be seeing on this channel. Now, if you decide to take advantage of this promotion, I'll be leaving a link to all the details about it in the description below. And if you do decide to purchase an xtool laser, please use my affiliate link in the description. It does help the channel. To no extra cost to you, I will earn a small commission. Now, in addition to the up to $500 reward, if you purchase the S1 or the P2, you will also get a free fire safety set. I do not have one of those, but they look really cool, and it seems like what they're doing, instead of just having an alarm if it detects a flame and, beeping, it will actually put out the fire. So that makes it even safer. The resin I'll be using, I've tried 2 different brands, and I bought mine on Amazon. I'll leave links to all of this in the description below. I buy the UV resin and then Let's Resin. So those are the 2 brands that I'm using. And this one is from Resin Art. It says right here on the top. And you can get it in clear, like this one it is. Also be careful, this one says hard type. Some of these UV resins, they come in soft forms, or like gummy bear kind of, making, I don't know if you make stamps or whatever you make with it. But this one is the hard type, that's the one you want. I'll put some links, like I said, in the description below. And then also you will need some mica powder. Now you can color your resin, you can buy it already colored. I like to use mica powder because I can control my colors, I can mix colors and so on. I use this set over here. This is 63 colors, and as you can see, lots of little bottles. It doesn't take much to color your epoxy. So that's what I'm using to color it. I also have this brand over here. This one also works really well. I will put links in the description below. Now this set over here doesn't have a lot of glitter. It's more like, just color shimmery kind of thing, where this set has more glitter on it. And I'll be honest with you, even though I'm not a big fan of glitter, I just dropped all kinds of stuff on the floor. Even though I'm not a big fan of glitter, I do like this set better, and that's because the glitter, it's not that powerful. And actually, I used the glitter on both of these boxes, and you don't really see it that much. But what I like about the glitter, it makes it a little bit more opaque, and then you won't see the black underneath, like the burn from the laser. So that's why I prefer that one. Let me collect my stuff from the floor and we'll get back to it. Now, like I said, some epoxies, you can get them on clear. I have a lot of them on clear that I color myself, but I also bought some that is already colored. Like this one, for example, this is a blue one, and it says blue on it. I bought it on green as well. And they don't have a lot of different colors when it comes to pre-colored resin. So that's why it's better to, color it yourself. What else will we need? Well, you could buy a UV lamp. I bought this UV lamp on Amazon, and this is basically the same kind of lamp that they have at the nail salons for curing acrylic gel nails. And you don't need this one, as I will show you. It turns out I bought the lamp and I used it a few times and it was taking too long for my resin to cure. And then I just read the instructions and it says you can just put it outside in the sun, and that seemed to work so much faster and better. On the box it says under the light it takes 60 to 90 seconds to cure. That was not my experience. And the sunlight, it says it takes 5 to 15 minutes, and that seemed to be accurate for me. That's about how long it took for mine. Now, also on the box, it says it has to be around 50 degrees for this to cure properly. I put mine outside, it's about 23 degrees and sunny, and it seemed to work just fine. So how do we do this? First of all, I took my design to my laser machine. I used my xtool S1 and I engraved a design. For the settings on my machine, I use power 100 and speed 60. That is my typical settings when I do inlays. And that makes a groove about, I don't know, 3 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter deep. So that's what I went with for epoxy because it does take a lot of sanding. Now you will get some charring around the wood, around the design, because it does burn a lot of wood, so it produces a lot of smoke. Now once the design was done, you see me in this video over here, I put a coat of shellac. Now I've tried shellac and actually it's not the best for this. What works best is varnish. I like this Deft varnish, and this is the semi-gloss, but I think the gloss works even better. And the reason why you want to spray this on your wood after the engraving is because you want to seal the wood. And I put 2 coats of this. I put 1 coat, I let it dry, and then I applied another coat. I let it dry. You want to seal the wood because if you don't seal it, what happens when you put the resin, it's, liquidy, and it will spread through the grain of the wood, and you'll get this sapping kind of, not clean lines. And especially when you work with wood that is more open pores, like this bird's eye maple, then you'll get a lot of blue that will be seeping through on the outside of the design. So that's why you really wanted to seal the wood. Like I said, it doesn't really matter what kind of clear coat you put because you will be sanding this down afterwards. Now, after your piece of wood is sealed and it's all done, you are ready to put in the resin. And what I did, I just basically took the bottle. I took the one that was already blue, the one that it was pre-colored, and I just fill in the grooves with the resin. I put more than necessary, like to make a little dome on top of it, because the resin, when it cures, it does shrink a little bit, so you want to have plenty in there. You don't want to have gaps. Now the next part, it's crucial. You need one of these torches or a heat gun. I have this one from Dremel. I like it. I use it often. It's small. It's easy to store. And you want to take your torch and kind of blow off the bubbles. You want to make the bubbles raise to the surface and pop. And in the clip you see me, I've only done this once for this exact design. But usually I will do this over the course of the first 10 minutes or so. So maybe I'll go around 4 or 5 times with this torch and pop all the bubbles. When I work with just the regular epoxy, the one that cures in 36 to 48 hours, I will use the torch or the heat gun for the first 30 minutes and keep popping the bubbles. Now for this design, because I was just doing it for filming, it's not a real project, I kind of rushed over it and I only popped the bubble once, and as you will see, that will give me some bubbles into my design. Once I fill in the grooves and I popped all the bubbles, it's time to cure your resin. Now you can use the lamp like I told you, or you can just put it outside in the sun. It doesn't have to be sunny, it will work on cloudy days as well, but it will just take longer. So sunny days is better. For dramatic effect, I did take mine outside in 20 degrees in the snow, put it in a sunny spot, and as you see, it works just fine. But you don't have to do that. You can just take your wood with the resin and put it indoors into the sunlight, like by a window or something, and that will work even better. I say let it cure for 20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes, and then it's time to sand it. And I put mine through the drum sander because, well, it's just a lot faster and easier, and I have one now. But you can just use, orbital sander and start with coarse grit and work through the grids. Now I only put mine through 80 grit sandpaper on the drum sander, just because, like I said, this is not something I will be using in a project. This was purely for demonstration purposes. So as I said, I didn't pop all the bubbles, and because of that, I have some little problem areas where there was air pockets in there. So as you can see, I did not get the cleanest inlay. But if you put the effort into it and do all the steps I told you, you will get a lot better results. And let me just spritz it with some water so you can see what it looks like. And look how bright that epoxy is, and now you can really see the air pocket because it has that blotchiness and it was whitish. I could have sanded down more and more, and maybe I would have went through the air pocket, I don't know. Now I encourage you to try this, give it a try, see what kind of cool things you do, and if you make something really cool, don't forget to post a photo into our Facebook group, Sawdust and Splinters Woodworking. And can't wait to see what you make with it. I hope this was helpful to you and you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Skylar Ewing, and I'll see you in my next video.